We believe that videos, images, words, and sounds have the absolute power to inform, inspire, and entertain. We are united under the virtues of safety and knowledge. We are a training community of learners and teachers who encourage and energize each other to achieve greatness. We are pilots, videographers, photographers, freelancers, business owners, enthusiasts, experts, and apprentices. We are creators. We are the Drone U.
All right! Welcome to another awesome episode of Ask Drone U, all the way from Nuevo Mexico. My name is Paul.
Absolutely, and that is in the United States. And I'm Rob.
In case you were wondering, for those call centers that don't think you're in the United States,
you know
which
what?
does happen a lot.
More than you know. It happens, actually. But anyways, this is podcast number 336, and we are very, very glad that you're with us. Thank you.
Yes, we are, and thank you so much for listening. Thank you to everyone who is a member of the community. Man, it has been growing like crazy.
It has.
And today's question actually comes from one of our members who came in for some in-person training.
Yeah, actually, this is from a member that's been a member for a while.
Yeah,
He's been around a while.
You know what? Let's just hop right into this one.
Okay, let's do it.
Today's question is brought to you by... Are you a drone pilot? Are you operating under a Section 353 exemption? Then you may be familiar with Item 27, which requires you to get a property release for every flight over property.
Legal Flyer is an app for iPhone and iPad that helps you create professional property releases in less time than it takes to do a pre-flight check.
You can add your pilot info, you can sign in, hand it to the property owner for their signature. But wait a second. Legal Flyer's advanced integration automatically adds latitude, longitude, and even altitude.
Then add a panorama straight from the app. Everything drops into a single-page PDF you can share with a single tap. It's compliance at light speed. Visit LegalFlyer.com for more information or get it straight from the App Store. Legal Flyer. Property releases for professional drone pilots.
Good morning, guys. Chris here out of Nashville again. Had a business/sales related question. I'm having difficulty getting in touch with the right people at various golf course or dealerships or what have you. And my question is, how do you get your foot in the door? I'm going to the websites, I'm finding the contact us page, I'm putting my spill in there about what I do and examples of work and whatnot, and like to set a meeting, but how do you get your foot in the door? I know Paul's been doing this a while, and a lot of this is second nature to him, but I feel like flying after, I've flown for a year now, I've done the in-person training, which was fantastic. It gave me a lot of great skills that I want to put into use now, but the hard part is getting in the door, finding the right people to talk to, not getting, blown off, if you will, and just figuring out that process or whatnot. So that's really my question is, what is your process do you show up? I've thought about showing up to a dealership with 10 pieces on a Saturday with my card stapled to them. I think I'm going to try that this weekend, matter of fact. Or I know you mentioned taking donuts to different real estate offices and stuff. So, and I guess I just need to try doing that and see how that goes. But I didn't know if you had any insider secrets, if you will, to getting in the door and starting the process. But thanks for all the help, guys, and keep up the great work.
So, Chris, thank you for the question.
Good to hear from you, buddy.
Yeah, we always love hearing from you. And the first thing I'm going to say is right off the bat, you're a personable guy.
Yeah.
Get out there. I mean, you're likable. We've spent time with you here, and you're easy to talk to, easygoing. I don't think you're going to have any troubles if you'll just get out there and start talking to people.
Absolutely. And I would agree with Rob on this, Chris. You are very personable. And I think a lot of people who say they're not sales types don't understand how sales works, or they've never had formal training. In fact, I was just on the phone with Doug, who's going to be working on our 333 class.
Cool.
And he was saying the same thing. He's like, I know for you, it's a cakewalk. You're just like...
It's true.
You can just go, talk about anything, reel it back in, like work the whole thing. But formal sales training will help you out. There are steps into sales.
By the way, it makes me think of the podcast we did a few days ago about deliberate practice.
Yes.
This is no exception to that. It's the same concept. This is a perfect example of where deliberate practice can make you better at something really important.
I agree. And I would also work, when you're practicing, I would not practice with potential clients. I would try to work your way from the bottom to the top, essentially. But yes, deliberate practice is definitely important. And you have to understand, too, that people will say no. And you have to look at that scenario as no, okay, moving on to the next person. Like, how fast can I move on to the next person? Because when I had sales training, we always had the rule, we call it the sales rule of law, which is just total BS. But, that you're going to talk to 10 people before you get one yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
and even a lot of the people that are saying no, I think sometimes people are saying no, but they're not against saying yes. They just need to hear from you that you're persistent and that you're a hard worker. There are going to be those people that are just flat out not going to say yes ever.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you also have to think of it in like a politician mindset, right? If you go and speak to a politician, they honestly don't care what you think. They wonder, no, it's true.
No, it's, yeah,
they
I know,
really
it's just sad.
They really don't care what you think. What they want to know is what you're saying, how will it affect them?
Of course.
And then for sales, take that same mindset. How will it affect them? You have to communicate upfront and clearly and succinctly that you are providing value, you are
Right.
going to help increase their sales, engage more clients, and provide a new dynamic perspective that maybe their competition may already have, but that they need to, really work this in if they're going to continue to see the sales that they want, or maybe to increase their sales. I mean, whenever I speak to someone new, it's like, well, what if I told you that I could help you with your sales by essentially utilizing a new technology that's not really going to change the way that you do business,
Right.
but rather provide a new perspective, a new engaging perspective. It's a way for you to stand out from your competition. And the experience I've had with my clients is that it really has helped their bottom line. So I would love to show you what I'm talking about if you've got a minute. Otherwise, I could come back, grab some coffee, grab a beer if you're down, whatever you want to do, Rob.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're probably role-playing there, which I just totally nixed, but...
Yes, you did. And that's
Sorry.
okay.
Sorry about that. Because I wanted to back up. And so you're already kind of at the point of where you're in front of this person.
Yeah,
And I
and
think what Chris is saying is, how do I even get in front of that
and
person?
who's the right person?
And who's the
Because
right person?
If we're talking about golf courses, we're talking about car dealerships, the right person is going to be the marketing department. It's going to be the internet marketing manager or the marketing manager. I think it's really important, but you don't want to go to a car dealership on a Saturday on their busiest day.
Nor do you want to reach out via their online contact us stuff.
You're never going to get a response because it's so easy for them to say no.
Right.
You're trying to make it difficult for them to say no. And I think even in the world that we live in with drones, saying no is very difficult because it's such a cool thing. It's got that cool factor.
Right.
So go, if you're trying to go after dealerships, go in on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, meet with the marketing manager. And if they say, well, I can't meet right now, they are salespeople too. They know how it works, and you have to one-up them. So if Rob says, well, you know what, Paul, I think that's an awesome idea. It's really great, but I am super busy right now. What do you say as a salesman at that point? What would you say, Rob? And for me, I would be like, I understand that you're busy, sir. I am really busy too. It's actually difficult for me to take days off to try to get new clients because I have so much work coming in. People really find this valuable. But looking at my calendar, I could probably do Thursday morning or maybe next Tuesday afternoon. I could buy you lunch if you're interested.
Yeah, and I totally get that, and I think that's a great approach and probably works a lot of the time. It wouldn't be my style, and I think that's a big part of this. Is, Chris, you've got to figure out what your style is, particularly when you get resistance like that.
Yeah.
But I might just say something more along the lines of, I understand that you're busy, but I think this would really, really help your business and it would help keep you busy into the future, and I'd love to tell you a little bit more about it.
That's a great one too. I just go straight for the lockdown. I'm like, here's 2 times, you pick it.
Right.
Because
Which is great.
That's what we were taught in sales school. It's like,
Yeah.
never let them make the decision. Let them think they're making the decision, but you're really paving the 2 roads, and both roads lead to the same place.
Let me ask you this. So you get in front of this person, they're too busy, you say, how about Tuesday morning, Thursday morning, Friday night, Saturday morning, and they say no.
Then I would say, well, are you busy in the following week then? What's a good day for you?
Okay, or would you have something with you? I mean, I'm thinking of, or maybe just a card with your demo reel on it that you say, at least check this out. Maybe not use the term at least, that sounds defeated, but some way of giving them something to go check you out, because I think they might do that if they like you.
I think that is a great idea. And to have that demo reel that has footage that you've shot for similar industries, for example, car dealerships, golf courses, and whatnot.
Right.
Here's the thing. If you have no intention to sell the footage, you have a lot of freedom to fly according to the FAA. So if you don't have footage of a car dealership and you can get footage of a car dealership safely without flying over people, without flying in restricted airspace, just go out there and get the footage, because you could then show these people, like, here's an example of what I can provide for you. And I know a lot of people are afraid to do that, but you got to fake it to make it. I mean, you really do. And I think when you have that demo reel, when you're showing them something, and going back to the instance of, I don't have those 3 days available, what do you say then? I agree with you. Giving them something that's a visual. Right. And it's also a quick link or QR code, whatever, to your demo reel. Then you can say, well, here's my card. Here's an example of things that I can do for you.
Right.
And on top of that, here are the things I can do for you. Check it out. I will call you back, see what you think, get
really
your reaction.
Really important part of this. You've got to follow up.
Got to follow up. So very important.
Yeah,
very, very
absolutely.
important.
And the other thing is, we talked about this, I think, on yesterday's podcast, is go to where there are a lot of people that you can serve. For example, with realtors, I think there's got to be offices that will let you, because frankly, they have their sales meetings every week, these real estate offices. I've got to
really
imagine.
Like prep rallies, but yeah.
Yeah, essentially, right. But they're always looking for people to come in and provide information to the realtors that they believe will help their realtors do a better job.
True.
Or sell more homes or whatever. And what you do is going to do that. They will let you come in and talk to the realtors, and you can sell yourself there.
Oh, yeah.
And there's going to be similar opportunities. I don't know what kind of groups are out there for. I know there's dealership gatherings, maybe in the bigger cities. Associations have things available. Even apartment complexes, they have associations.
We have one member who loves those.
But the point is, there are these groups where they come together that you could be reaching out to and talking to them about coming and presenting. I think they're going to be open to that idea.
Yeah, it goes back to what we were saying yesterday in yesterday's podcast about social media, and you're going into groups. If you're trying to go after the car industry, go to auctions, go to association meetings.
Right.
You've got to figure out where these people collaborate, where they meet. Networking events are so huge, and one of the difficult things that I see with people in sales is that sales is not a flat line thing. You're going out there, you're getting leads, you're getting new clients, then you're doing the work. So the number of leads coming in starts to go down.
Right.
And then you go back up, get leads, go talk to them, start working on the business, and go back down. So it's like this cyclical nature of business, and a really good salesman has no cyclical nature, meaning that they always have things in the pot or in the hopper, or whatever you want to call it, that's moving up into getting work done, deliverable, final output, next client.
Yeah,
So,
it's the old learning how to work on your business and in your business at the same time, and kind of figuring that calibration out as quickly as you can.
couldn't agree more.
Absolutely.
Couldn't agree more. It was one of my most difficult things when I was in sales with Aflac. Was I had months where I killed it. I mean, just destroyed everyone else, even the veteran sales guys. And then I'd be so focused on getting all the work done for those clients that I couldn't get out and go out anymore. I can't talk. I couldn't go out and get more clients. So you've got to figure out a way to create a constant stream. And when you create relationships and you work with these clients, the next thing that you do, and this is something we talk about in our book, is go after the referrals.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know, Chris, I look at this in terms of what you and other pilots are selling. It's really cool. And I think it's an interesting thing to talk about, and I think people are going to be willing to listen. It's not like you're selling, office supplies or something and stopping by and trying to talk to the manager of the office. I mean, this is something that people are interested in. It's in the media. It's new.
It's cool.
I really believe that people are going to be willing to talk to you about this. You just got to get out there and be yourself.
You got to be yourself, and do not be afraid. You have nothing to be afraid of. You got to know your self-worth. You got to know that if someone judges you because of how you talk to them, that's not someone you want to know or hang around anyway. So you can't worry about what other people think about you. You've got to be strong. You've got to be a leader. You've got to go in there and know for for a fact that what you do is going to provide value to them, and people already see that value. There's not much explaining that you really have to do, and I honestly believe that.
Yeah, no, I absolutely believe it. So go get them.
Go get them.
Make it happen.
Do we need a team rah-rah? I'm kidding.
If he was here, maybe.
Chris, we miss you. Thanks for that little shout out, though, on the in-person training. That was a blast. I really had a lot of fun with you. And it's funny, the lady that we met on the field, our producer and our intern, we were out there flying again, and she was asking about you. So you've got friends in Albuquerque that are wondering how you're doing.
Somebody remembered you.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, that's probably going to do it for us today. If you like this podcast or any of our podcasts, we would greatly appreciate a review, or if you want to subscribe, and then you automatically download these to your phone or wherever you listen to podcasts, whether it's in the car, in the air, or on the ground. Wherever you are, you can get our podcast. Guys, really appreciate everything. Again, thank you so much. My name is Paul.
And I'm Rob.
And this is Ask Drone U.
We believe that videos, images, words, and sounds have the absolute power to inform, inspire, and entertain. We are united under the virtues of safety and knowledge. We are a training community of learners and teachers who encourage and energize each other to achieve greatness. We are pilots, videographers, photographers, freelancers, business owners, enthusiasts, experts, and apprentices. We are creators. We are the Drone U.